Hi guys, welcome back to No Filter Podcast. So this month, we are starting a new series called To the Boys. I think it's called To the Boys. Yeah, it's called To the Boys. To the Boys, for the Boys. I think we're still deciding, but yeah, it's between those two. And the purpose for this is because we've been told in the past that we tend to, I guess, grill men a bit too hard. I guess bash them a bit. So we thought if we do this segment, it'll give males a chance to give their opinions, some male perspective. So as you can see, we're joined by two people, Noah and...
Call me Rico, Mr. Only One Guy, Mr. Heart Over Hat.
Come on.
For the streets. Yeah, big up my thing, big up Amanda.
That's also the name of your podcast, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's the name of my podcast as well, For the Streets.
For the Streets podcast. Okay, great.
Shout out to Amanda.
Okay, so just get right in there. What do you think the problem is with women today? It's quite general, but go ahead.
That's a broad question.
Yeah, it is.
I can name about 20 things right now. Maybe.
Okay, shall we do two each? Fire away. Okay, go ahead.
Noah, do you want to go first?
What do I think is wrong with women today?
The problem.
First answer has to be a pick-me answer. So I don't think there's anything wrong with women today.
I don't understand that term.
I feel that I don't think there's anything wrong with women today. I feel that there's there's many things wrong with what society is impressioning upon women and young women today. And the second point I feel is I think there's a greater need to develop communication in a world where rapid communication is pretty much dominant. But yeah, I think those are my two conservative answers. Yeah.
Okay. So to sum it up, literally that was a lot. To sum it up, like if you could do it in sum up in 2 words, what would you say?
I would say society and communication. That would be the two issues I have with women today.
Okay.
They have poor communication, yeah.
Do you think we have poor communication?
I didn't say that. That was him, innit? That's what you said.
So you think women in general or some women have poor communication?
I feel like men and women have a really bad issue with communication today.
I believe so. Yeah.
I think women are finished. I'll be real. women, no saving that gender. I'll be real.
But what?
It's done. So
Why do you say that?
I actually had faith that it was going to save women, but.
Wait, so who was going to save women?
When did the faith disappear?
I still have faith, but it's very short right now. But I feel like Cardi B started a trend, when she made little. If you wanted to,
yeah.
But that song was not direct to men though.
No, it wasn't. But it gave girls this mentality to think that they're better than what they are. Not women, like not a lot of women.
But are we not better?
No.
Okay.
So let me explain myself. Obviously, women are great. Women are amazing. Like we need women. Men, you need women in it. But some women that are not of that value, that they think that they're better than what they are. Do you know what I mean?
That value. What do you mean by that?
Like they're not Cardi B, but in their head they think they're Cardi B, and they think they're the city girls. They think that they're flipping Megan Thee Stallion when they're not. They're not them girls. Do you know what I mean?
But to an extent, it's okay for them to think that, no?
Of course, you can have confidence, but be realistic at the same time.
I mean, in business, you've got to be careful. Like, let's just look at one of the last popular IPOs of Deliveroo. Like Deliveroo's IPO, like its estimated value was completely inflated, and many individuals who invested in Deliveroo lost money at the launch of its IPO. So from in layman's terms, like if you're punching above your weight. Like what's that brother's name? Derek Jackson.
I think they said someone else.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say Kevin Samuel.
Yeah, Kevin Samuel. That's the guy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, whoever. But if you are punching above your weight, it's going to be quite hard to meet your expectations. So, for example, if you've just left university with great qualifications and 2 years work experience, if you're applying to be a finance director, not to say that you can't become a finance director, do you pay studying accounting and finance? Not to say that you can't become a finance director straight after university, but it's going to be very, very, very hard for you to meet your expectations if you're punching way too far above your weight. Give it maybe 4 years work experience, you can probably find a finance director position somewhere, but it brings, like, happiness is meeting your expectations, and if your expectations are too high or unrealistic, it's going to be very hard to be happy because you're going to continuously not meet your expectations, and therefore you're going to become unhappy because you're not going to meet your expectations. So come back to Rico's point, it's not very healthy to be probably inflating your current I guess, because it can just lead to severe unhappiness. And if you look at the trends of social media since the launch of Facebook and Instagram, suicide has been on the up, literally, because a lot of people are, men and women and non-binary are trying to live lives which.
Stop. Wait, what happened?
You got to include everyone in it. But I'm just saying,
Why is it like this?
I'm just saying. But you've got to include everyone. You've got to be inclusive. But the point I'm trying to make is that like people have become very, very unhappy because reality is not reality.
Basically, yeah.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Wait, what do you mean? Can you expand on that?
I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like if you feel like, to an extent, okay, that I feel like it's okay to aim high above you if you feel like you can reach it. Like, I feel like nobody else you can't tell somebody that they can't reach what they think they can reach.
No, of course. That's not what we're saying.
That's what I heard.
And also I feel like women, we want our partners to be earning more than us. So that's why we need to make it clear. When you're saying that punching above our weight, what does that mean? Because ideally the man will always be above us now.
So just to clarify, you want your partners to be making more than what you do.
100.
Yeah.
But that's the problem.
Would you miss the problem? Why is that a
So
problem?
let me explain to you.
Okay.
So girls nowadays, you want to be boss bitches, you want to be all of this.
Okay.
But they can't be two Batmans. They can't be
Oh
Batman
yeah,
and
that I
Superman.
agree.
Yeah.
That means someone has to be Robin. So
Then-
if the husband wants to be Robin, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with
We're
that.
setting a new standard. If women
No,
are,
we need to stop setting new standards.
No, but like we said,
women are moving. Surely
and we have said that women are becoming more independent.
No,
right?
I feel like we need to relax a little bit.
Thank
No,
you,
I
Snow.
feel- okay.
This
We
one
need
is
to-
woke.
No, we need to relax a little bit. It's true. What he's saying is actually true.
Thank you.
There's always has to be. You want to be a queen, and then there always has to be a king. We can't. Both of us can't be.
It's
Do you know what I
about
mean?
playing
One
your
has to be
position.
humble
That's true.
themselves.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong with playing a position, right? And when I mean play your position, right, a bike has several different components, but you're not gonna, a bike with two handlebars is not gonna move. Something has to be the wheel, something has to be the chain, something has to be the pedal.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with making your husband a sandwich. It's not like you're gonna lose your rights to vote and to work and all of these things. But I feel like society is almost impressioning upon men and women that if you play traditional values or gender values, that all of a sudden you're going to become lesser than what you are, and what your future is now diminished because you're I don't know, you're cooking dinner for your husband. Like, oh my God forbid, cook dinner for your husband.
Yeah.
Like, what's that? And yeah, man. Like, look, everyone has their position. Just play your position, you'll be happy.
Literally, it's literally that simple.
That's why people get cheated on and your heart gets broken and smashed to pieces, because you don't play your position.
Okay, that's not the reason why women get cheated.
That's 100% the reason why.
That's not
Because you're
the
not playing your
reason why.
position.
Everyone has their own position to play in there. So the roles don't intermingle. Of course, they
There's a
intermingle.
reason why many individuals are loyal to FIFA, because FIFA constantly
agree.
renew, FIFA constantly listen, FIFA constantly communicate with the FIFA. Pro Evolution Soccer used to be about FIFA, but FIFA stuck to the program, trusted the process, and engaged with their community.
So how does that relate to? No, but how does that relate to
FIFA
women?
played their position. Now, you're only going to cheat if you get bored, if you're not playing your position. It's as simple as that. I feel we're digressing from the
Wait,
point. We can
what?
come back
No,
to
no,
it.
Yeah.
we can stay on this
wait,
point.
wait.
No, wait, no.
All right.
We can actually stay on this point.
It's your podcast.
How?
Wait.
So, all I got from that is you're trying to say is our fault that we get cheated on.
100%. I mean, it's
So
not 100%. It's
when-
probably
so
like,
how-
it's probably like 10 or
where's
20%.
your- where's
It's
your
like
kind-
10 or 20%. But you've got to play your position. If you play your position, why would I leave? Like, I would stay in a company forever. I would
Wait,
play for a
what?
football team forever.
Well, innit?
Like, I would stay where I'm happy. But if you're not playing your position, like, I would just...
Let me explain it. Let me
Yeah, please
explain
help.
it. So let's say everyone.
No,
has
I
a-
get what he's saying. Sorry, I just don't agree with what he's saying.
No, so let's deep it. So everyone has a job, yeah. Cool. So let's say you're not performing well at your job. They're gonna bring you in for a meeting. They're gonna be like, you know what? We're not happy with the work you're doing. We need to see an improvement in the next couple months. Cool. And if you don't improve in the next couple months, you're getting the sack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or what some organisations do, they just look for other hires behind your back Once they get the other higher,
literally-
redundancy. Play your position.
Yeah. Hashtag play your position still.
So it's our hot
Obviously,
why
if
we
you're
get
not playing
cheated
your
on.
position at work, you're gonna get binned. Same as in a relationship.
I don't
If
think
you
So
so.
why
do-
don't?
Because then what's the
But
point
you need
of
to
loyalty
communicate
and
what your
trust or-
position
Yeah, that's what I was
is.
gonna
Yeah,
say.
please,
Why
what is
is
her-
there no communication before?
No, that's what you need to do. You need to communicate what your position is.
So if there was no communication and the person decided to go behind the other person's back, then whose fault is it?
Let's hear it like this. For example,
Mm.
if you was to only play the role of a housewife, I feel like you still get cheated on. Because
100.
in my eyes, your man, if he's the breadwinner of the house and he's going about making money and his main role is to make money in the house, he's working 5 days a week and he only comes home to you, cool. But in his workplace, he's seeing other women who do different roles, who's working. They may be making money for their household. They may also be a mother. They're doing multiple things, and they're seen as a boss woman to be like, for example. But the only woman he goes home to is like just the caretaker. That's all she is. So women in today's society, they play multiple roles, and that's attractive, and that's seen as a good thing. If you only play one position, then you're lacking, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, you can
No, I
have
feel
several
like-
roles, man. You can have several roles.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
feel
you
that
can.
like
So what do you mean by position? They always swap. They always mingle.
I feel like if
Things
you're not
change
giving,
over time as well.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're not giving what that person specifically want, then yeah, you get cheated on that. But I still don't agree to get cheated on.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a bit wild.
I feel like just talk to the
let's-
person.
let's-
Just
let's-
have a
let's think about
conversation.
the basics, right? The basics and everything, right? We look at things like The Apprentice, and we get frustrated when we look at The Apprentice because people constantly fail on very, very, very basic things before they execute a project on week 1, week 5. Who cares? And we're always forgetting the basics. Now, it's all well and good, you know. Like for me personally, like one day I believe I'll find my pride and joy if I haven't found her already, and I'll give her everything she wants. Yeah, I'll do everything to make her happy. But at the same time, yeah, don't forget about my basics. You know the small things which make me happy? Saying good morning to me. I don't need a Birkin bag. I don't need a new car. I don't need you to cook me dinner every day. Good morning in the morning makes me happy. Now, if you're constantly missing the basics in a relationship, the very small things which make the foundation, make every day special. You can have the hardest, the crappiest, the toughest day in the world. 2020 was the hardest year of many of our lives. But if you're forgetting the basics, come on, bro. Like, I don't care if you buy me a PlayStation 5 for my birthday. Like, you're not playing your position. Like, what happened to the small things that matter?
I agree with that. I
Okay.
do agree.
And I feel society is saying small things. Oh, you're soft,
They look
man.
above
Fuck
it.
that.
Yeah.
Forgive my
Yeah.
language.
Yeah.
Like, bun that. Like, you know, that's not important. What's important is getting you that Birkin. You know?
Okay.
I'll get you crypto though. I think crypto's a good investment.
Okay.
Crypto.
I'm getting somewhere. That makes sense. Okay.
Back to what you guys were saying about social media and how women are now. Do you guys feel like on social media, certain women, like let's say influencers, are making women change their perspective on how they see a man and how they want a man?
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
What was that girl that you said, Emma, that was talking about,
What's her name?
if you can't afford this and that, then don't approach me, something like that?
She was basically, I think everyone saw it. She was basically saying how.
Yeah, we spoke about that girl.
Oh yeah, that girl.
A guy approached
her.
Shansshiren London girl.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
I think- You don't go first.
No, I'll let them finish. I don't know if she's finished.
And what did we say? We said, what did I say? I said, yeah. I feel like girls like her need to just shut up because that's the lifestyle that they live. Their lifestyle is for guys to approach them with luxury stuff. Do you know what I mean? We're normal girls. We shouldn't put stuff like that out there because how do you know that there's a little girl that's not watching you? I'm not saying don't have higher standards, but make sure your standards fits your shoe. Do you know what I mean?
Beware of
Make
your
it make
audience.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like girls like influencers like that, they need to just shut up. Don't put. I feel like okay, don't shut up, yeah, but be careful with the things you
You can
put
have an
out
opinion, but it's
Yeah.
like the life that they're portraying is just image, basically, just on
Yeah.
exterior, and that's what many girls are going to follow. Is why I agree with what you're saying. The basic needs of what a man wants or needs is being missed because people like her are putting out there that girls should have designers, girls should not settle for less if
Yeah.
he's not sending a Birkin to your front door and stuff like that. Do you get what I mean?
To be fair, devil's advocate for the sake of being devil's advocate, I think she's being fair.
In her world, she is.
Exactly. And if a guy meets her at the dance, at a bar, in the park, wherever, and decides to move to her, as we call it, try to get to know her better, connect to her energy, at least now he knows what he has to bring to the table. in order to secure what we call the bag, right? And like you can't complain. Like,
but that's
she's
her
literally,
standards. That's what.
yeah. But
That's her. That's how she lives. So I feel like she shouldn't have never put. She shouldn't have never said a thing like that. I don't know how to like. That should have never
Yeah,
been
but
said.
then-
You should have never said that a guy moves to me with Chanel, blah blah blah. Some of you UK
But this
girls
is-
are
And that's
living
how girls.
standard.
Some girls actually think like, or some girls, a lot of girls actually have the same mentality as her. Though.
No, but that's in their world. That's what they
Not
need to
even
understand.
in their world. Though. I've met some normal girls.
Girl, and then that's what they think. Can they buy themselves Birkin to be thinking that they
But
want a
that's-
Birkin from a guy?
But that's
it might not be Birkin. It might just be the first date. You want me to take you to Blue Elephant, or
No, but
you
my
want me
point
to take
is,
you
yeah,
to
have you
Hakkasan
taken
or-
yourself
60
there
views.
in order that you want somebody else's like?
Can you buy it for yourself before someone else?
Do you know
buys
when
it for
our
you
parents are
kind of
always
thing?
like, oh, if you can't buy it twice, don't do it at all. Like, can you do it for your? Can you do it
But
for yourself?
let's look at the high level, right? Business banking. Always look at high level. Like, I'm not advocating for Donald Trump as a good person, a bad person, anything. Not trying to get into the politics, but what Donald Trump has brought into politics now is coming in with a manifesto, a mandate, and actually trying to deliver that mandate. Now, back in the UK, when America sneezes, UK catches a cold. Now, all of a sudden, our politicians now have to actually deliver upon some of their mandates, because before they weren't. The point I'm trying to make is, like, he, however negative and however bad and however demonic he seems to a lot of people, like, there's some good you can take out of what he's done. Now, this girl who, again, has brought in some very toxic mandates and what she wants and etc. and so forth, at least she's now communicating with her audience. If you want me, this is how you can have me. Whereas I've lived a life for many years, many decades, right? I've been alive. And I'm expected to have telekinesis. I'm expected to read your mind and know what you want. Babes, are you hungry? I'm not hungry. I've got to order her chicken wings. I know she likes chicken wings. I've even ordered chicken wings for her. She doesn't even know. Babes, can I have your chicken wings? Yeah, you can have it. Like, come on now. I can't read your mind that you're hungry, you're not hungry. Do you want to see me? You don't want to see me. Like, we can't read minds. But coming back to the original point of communicating, the problem, I feel with women today is society and communication. You're against her communication, but she communicated. What about the rest of you?
Okay, can I just... Okay, yeah. So my thing is, right, is that in the reality that we live in, majority of these girls, when they get into a relationship, all the things that they talk about goes out the window. Majority of them.
Do you reckon?
Yes, because...
What, do you know girls like that? Or?
Huh?
Do you know girls like that?
Sorry?
Do you know girls that get into a relationship and...
Yeah. Oh.
For what, sorry?
Because, for example, a lot of girls will talk on social media about men, don't do this for men are like this, men are like that. But when they are talking to a guy and they get into a relationship, everything that they've said goes out the window. And then half of them are in a relationship when half the girls that are listening are single.
I hear that.
That's my problem. That's what I don't like about it.
But now
So,
these
yeah.
single girls have mad expectations. I
Exactly.
remember me and Noah. I haven't got what I was saying.
I'm just happy it wasn't me.
Yeah, certain girls with particular expectations, right? I mean, I think Rico was trying to say, I think they just find it hard to even maintain their expectations. And once you've secured that job, that position, that guy, that opportunity, they find it quite difficult to maintain it,
That's why they should just shut up.
Ah,
That's what
wait,
I'm saying.
I have a quick question. In regards to, I forgot what you just said. In regards to what you just said, wouldn't you say that a single mindset, when you're single, your mindset's different to how you are when you're taken, and the things that change is the relationship. So the things you learn in a relationship changes how you see things. Therefore, it's okay for their mindset to change, because what they were saying when they were single, they didn't know any. It's not that they didn't know better, but they didn't know what they knew when they were in a relationship. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we think makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that's what I'm trying to get at in terms of.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you should
But
be
it's not to
careful.
say that you can't preach, like what you're preaching for is not wrong.
No, but
It's
what I'm
only
saying is
right
you
for
need
when
to be
you're single.
careful with the things that you say out there. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying don't say what you need to say, but just be careful. Especially if you have a big crowd, if you have people looking at you. Don't just open your mouth and just talk anyhow.
But
So she's just saying her truth, though, isn't it?
Sometimes their truth and sometimes their agenda is not because they're.
So with what she
they're
said,
talking to
I'm
their
sorry, the
fans.
statement that this girl has made here is made a lot of girls that has a lot of young girls think that they should. Girls that live normal life, they have this mentality of if a guy can't buy me a freaking Birkin on our first date, then the guy's not the right guy.
I don't think she's the problem. I actually think it started from Cardi B. Like All bad aside.
It's not Cardi B.
I'm not even joking.
Wait,
What's your thing
what
against
even?
Cardi
I'm gonna be
B?
extra toxic. What even came out before Valentine's Day? Huh?
do you
Broke something doesn't deserve.
Yeah,
what?
yeah, that's what I saw.
What song is that? Isn't that
This
from
is fresh
Sweden?
after the pandemic.
that's
We're even
from-
still in this
that's from-
pandemonium.
That's from the
This
pandemic.
panoramic. Huh?
Oh,
Do you know how many people
crazy.
are broke?
I mean? But, like-
And Valentine's Day will come and the guys are like,
But you
yeah,
guys know that's
boy.
Do you know the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys know it's all talk. You know, girls.
That's why I said
it's all talk.
That's what
It's just
Yeah,
the
but-
energy. I think it's just the
Yeah.
energy. It's just bad bitch
Yeah,
energy. That's
the
why
maddest
girls.
thing is, we know this. Like, we meet these girls on real, like, we see these girls on Instagram, meet them in real life. They're just normal girls. All these girls are normal girls, yeah. But there's a lot of these guys, yeah. They don't have the confidence, and they think these girls expect too much from them, and they're
Facts.
scared to approach these girls. Do you know what I mean? And if you're not guys like me and Noah,
So then-
it's crazy.
Is that not their problem?
Wait, what?
That's the other position. You don't come and tell me.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? That's actually true.
actually
No,
so
but-
true. No, that is so true.
Let's
having it, boy.
It's so true.
let's flip this two ways. Yeah, we're gonna go on the materialism and we're gonna go on play the rhetoric and
Do you guys want the?
manifestos and stuff.
Sorry,
Back in the string.
So coming back to her manifesto, what if the girl simply said, yeah, Emma, what if the girl simply said, for example, I just want a man who drives a car, yeah, and has a house, and for this demographic, I guess, has 10,000 or 20,000 in savings. Like, would she is what she's saying super toxic? Yeah, that's number one. And then coming back to the materialism, thank God for Selfridges now renting designer, because going forward now, I won't be wearing designer unless I already own it. Because why am I spending all that money on designer if you can rent it? I'm done with it now. So the renting designer has now helped kill materialism. Hopefully it continues to kill materialism.
I don't think it
because-
has, you know.
You don't think it has?
I think people are still gonna buy.
Same.
Let them buy, but I
Some
won't be
people are
buying.
not. I don't feel like
What's
even
the
if
point?
somebody does rent, you're not gonna know about
I
it.
see the pressure with designer. I feel like it comes with both from man them and girls. So like, if it's your birthday and you're out at Hakkasan
Yeah,
or Sexy
Jesus.
Feast,
Oh my
all them
God.
restaurants there, and you have to come with the designer, you know,
Yeah.
the drink,
Maybe it's the restaurants.
Amiri, all
I
of
think
that.
it's all social media, isn't it?
But actually, the maddest thing is the man them don't actually got to eat to them restaurants. I actually haven't been to eat with the man them to these sort of restaurants.
But I
I'll
know
be
boys
real.
that actually just go there.
Like man them do go there, but more times
But
it's
you
girls on
mustn't.
Instagram doing lifestyle, showing a cocktail with a cucumber in it, or the little mango.
The
whatever.
cucumber.
Yeah, you know what I mean, these girls love it. They love to snap that, and then they have the little calamari with the sauce on it, and they're showing it. And it's all fine.
Today.
It's like, oh my gosh, I'm at Sexy Feast. I've got my heels, my legs. They love it. They love it. They love it. All for the gram still. I think that's where the pressure comes from. I'll be real. And then when girls see that, they're like, oh yeah, I want to copy that girl. I want to copy that girl. I see it on it as well.
But did you even enjoy your food?
Are you going home to Uber Eats?
Yay. Or the mega yega delivery as well. You know?
$3.99 McDonald's.
Okay, wait. Back to your point quickly. I'm a bit confused. What was you saying? Like girls set at these standards, like buying a house and da 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 da.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. I think what that girl said was, well, let's call it the extreme, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was too much.
But let's say it's not extreme, but it's high. Yeah. Let's say it reduces the pool of men by like 50%. So what if the girl came out and said that I want a guy who drives, I want a guy who owns a house, I want a guy with 20k in savings. Yeah. And if you don't have that, don't talk to me. We wouldn't now be, I would say, about what she said, but
I thought that's so bad, man.
but at the same
I
time,
would question.
but at the same
how
time,
these
have a
standards?
car.
Do you have 20k?
Okay, do you
I'm
do
not
that?
saying there's anything wrong with what I've just said, but I'm
No,
saying,
yeah.
how would you feel if she came out and said that?
I
I
will
would
question
still.
her
I'll be like,
own.
do you have that?
I will question her.
Now-
own.
You have to, yeah.
Now I do, but the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, like I'm an old man. Do you get it? Like I went uni time ago. Do you get it? But it's one of those ones where it's like, if you're in uni, I don't expect you. I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not going to answer that question. I'm not going to answer
Why
that
not?
question. We can answer that question after the podcast.
Alright.
But the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, like, if you're at uni, if it's your first year in university, yeah, how on earth do you expect to have these things? And
This
even
is
if it's
it.
not, yeah,
That
like,
in college, you know.
I think what would be better
in
is
sixth
to
form,
continue to
man.
communicate.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with continue to communicate.
I think it's the rich kids.
Continue to communicate.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel that for influencers need to add a bit more value to their community by showing people how to get these things,
Yes.
showing people how to save, showing people how to buy the house.
That's what
buy
the
the
like Lydia.
influencers.
Do you think
Yes,
that?
I agree
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I like her.
The girl speaks sense.
Who?
Lydia.
Who's Lydia?
The
Lydia
YouTuber.
Dinger.
Yeah.
You know Lydia Dinger?
I don't really follow these influencers
Okay.
like that.
She's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But
She black?
yeah, she is.
Kenyan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, to go from your point, do you guys know like Kevin Samuels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually
So
He
you-
wears a suit and glasses, right?
Yeah, and you hear the
but
expectations that he has for women. You see the women that come on to his
So-
live and stuff.
Mhm.
So what do you think about the expectations that he's expecting from women? If she's not, he's saying majority of women these days, they're gonna have children. With our generation especially, there's
Yeah.
gonna be many children these days. He's saying if you've got 3 kids, 2 kids, if you've gone through many relationships, if you live in this particular area, if you're earning this wage, it's a problem. So what's the difference between him saying it and a lot of men agreeing with him to now Shah saying if he doesn't have this and da-da-da? Is that not double standards in a way?
Go on, Rico.
With Kevin Samuels, I feel like there's a bit of an agenda. Like he speaks to both women and men, innit?
Rich woman.
Yeah, because I.
Not
continue.
women. Which men?
No, yeah, which men
The way
does
he
he speak
speaks
to?
is just
He's
very...
saying-
Keep going, bro. Keep going.
He speaks to men, but he speaks to women, and I saw a post of him that today actually, and what he was saying is basically like you can tell men like what they are and what's wrong with them, but when it comes to women, when you start telling them, they start moving mad. innit?
Offensive.
Do you know
I
what I mean?
agree.
But that's how a
Like,
woman.
it's okay for
That's what
society.
men
to
are.
Nobody
tell,
should come and change that. That's just
but
women
it's,
eating
it's
us.
okay for it's okay for society to tell men, oh yeah, this is what's wrong with you. You're not hench enough. You're not short enough. You don't have enough money. Blah blah blah. But when it comes to women to tell you that, listen, you're just a bum. Blah blah blah. You don't have the right weight.
But that's
Fam.
just how it is. Unfortunately,
No, but it's not right because you don't want to have this.
we're not going to
equality.
change that. The same
You
way
have
you
this
lot don't want to
equality
change the
thing.
fact that
Society, communication.
Thank you. So that's a hashtag there. So.
No, but I agree because we have said on previous episode that if a man is earning more than us, we'll look at him like, that's my son. That's how you look at him
Yeah.
kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you'll son him. Like you'll just be
What
like,
if you're earning more than the man?
yeah, many
Yeah.
women will look
Wow.
at him as weak. If I'm
That's
earning more than
quite-
my
That's
man,
sickening. Still, I'll be real.
yeah, but that's how it goes. Do you get what I mean?
Alright,
so I
so,
get what you're saying.
I
in
mean,
that sense.
all right. So to answer your question with a question, or with a statement. So I've asked many women points on many things like Shah and other people have said, and it's almost like I would challenge them. So what if you meet a guy who's your type on paper and he doesn't drive and he makes 30k, but you want him to make 70 or 80 or whatever? Like, why can't you give that individual an opportunity? And she's like, well, why should I do that when I can have both? And when it comes to Kevin Samuels or other love mentors or whatever you want to call it, give advice to people saying that if a woman, because I don't think those are his standards, well, they could be, but he's answering questions. If a woman says, I want a high net worth individual as a husband or a man, how do I get it? And for him to say that if you have 3 kids and you are attractive and you have a decent job, why is a high net worth individual going to settle for you when he can have a woman with no kids and you can give him his first child, and a woman with more money, so he doesn't have to give you as much money, and a woman who looks as good as you? Like, why does he have to settle for you when he can have both?
Basically.
And it's like, it's not a condemnation on a woman who unfortunately or fortunately has had a situation in the past, which some people call baggage. I think baggage is a very derogatory term, but for the sake of this conversation, let's call it baggage.
Baggage stuff.
Like, there's nothing wrong with her, and you know, by the grace of God, she's gonna find her one for her. But why on earth would he settle for that? Like, for example, I got the bus here. I could have got an Uber. I prefer to get the Uber. Do you get it? Like, but do you know what I mean? But I could. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to get the bus, and I don't have to settle for less because, you know, my mum put in the work, you know, and my dad put in the work, and, you know, I'm in a position in life where, you know, I can have both. I don't have to settle for a bus. You understand where I'm coming from? Do you get it? Yeah.
Nothing wrong with taking a bus though, just to put that out there.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Take it.
Taking a
Somehow,
bus
the way
again.
you explained it made a lot of sense.
I think it was less harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we've also made statements in the past. We've also said we might not go for a man who's got a kid, or a man who is.
Yeah,
like,
no.
That's still.
I don't
I
really
stay
want
by
to
that. I'm
go
not
for a
gonna
guy.
lie.
Yeah, I'm
to
not.
you.
Yeah, rather not. I'd rather
Do you
be,
get it?
rather be
Because you
our
know
first child.
you're available to single men,
Yeah.
and you don't have to have the baggage of a man who's got children and an ex thing, because it's gonna might get away.
Yeah.
I do
Makes
understand that
sense.
because I feel like when women reach a certain age, it does get harder for them to find a man, especially if you have kids as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like, as we said before, we asked each other this question: are we being should we humble ourselves basically sometimes when it comes to finding a man? Instead of all these expectations that we have, should we maybe humble ourselves? That's what we asked each other.
Humble, but
I don't think it's about humbling.
Yeah.
yourself. It's about being realistic. A lot of girls ain't realistic. You know? They just want to live a Cinderella life when you're not Cinderella. You don't have a crown.
Cinderella.
You don't have heels. Listen, chill. You know what I mean?
Don't say you don't have a crown, you don't have heels.
But
No.
look, to piggyback on Rico's point, and I'll go back to Rico. Like you could, each and every one of you could have 3 kids. In my eyes, you're incredibly beautiful. Do you get it? You're my type, and a lot of the man them's type on paper. Do you get it? You know, brown skin girl. You get it? Skin just like. Do you get it? But there's nothing wrong with having 3 kids. Do you get it? Just be realistic. Oh, Rico, go on. Jump on.
There's definitely something wrong. If you have 3 kids, that these are around
Can I ask a question quickly?
mid-20s, 28, early 20s, isn't it? Yeah, you can't have 3 kids. Abena.
So you're
You can't be having
okay. So
That is flipping out, flipping rages. Flipping hell. That is straight bin still.
okay.
Nothing wrong with having 3 kids though, but just not. For
So
the
one child. If
man.
the person you're interested in has one child,
I don't know if I've got a baby mum at my current stage of my life. I'll be real.
okay.
Nothing wrong with baby mums. So.
You have one or you don't?
No, I don't have one.
Okay.
But I don't have one at this current stage.
Wait.
And
I
yourself?
mean, I don't mind dating.
No, did you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't have one,
It's like
but
he's
I
trying to
have.
say
I
they
don't
have a baby mum.
I'm
Yeah.
saying
He doesn't.
I don't
doesn't
have
have-
one.
Yeah.
I don't plan on have one, but there's nothing wrong with them.
Okay.
And yourself?
I mean, I don't. Obviously, like, I'm a big man, so I don't mind dating a woman with a child. Like for me, I love children. I love family. You know, I love adventure.
Definitely pick me answer.
I don't mind it at all. I'll be real with you though. I'm a very competitive individual. So if I meet a woman who's my type on paper, who connects to my energy, me to hers, if she has 3 kids, she's gonna have to give me minimum 3 kids. That's just my mentality. I'll love your 3 kids like they're mine. Do you get it? I want 3 kids now because you've got 3 kids. Like I'm not gonna do it. Do you get it? I don't give a damn. You get it? So if you wanna, I will accept you for you. But brother, you get me? At least they're 0-0. You get it? 3-3, 2-2, 4-4. Straight up Diddy things. How many kids Diddy got? Like 13, 15.
I got loads, man.
I think there's like 8 of them.
But I've got a question for you girls. Since we're talking about expectations, you know, the great expectations. If you watch that film, it's a good film. So what are you guys' expectations on men? And let's just start from there. I'll start with
Shay.
a woman.
Why
in a
couldn't you
white
just start
shirt.
there?
Shay.
Okay, I'll start. My expectation, my expectation for a man is I want it to be a provider.
What is a provider? Sorry, it could be subjective.
Not
to you.
Not Paul.
Alright, let's not send for.
Okay, so
Let's
as
get it.
my
Most girls
perspective
are
on
anyway,
a provider is someone that takes cares of everything in the house.
So it's like cooking and cleaning and all that.
No.
Financially.
Financially.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I
okay.
want someone to be financially stable. I want them to be a good, be open-minded. What's the question again? Sorry.
Everyone's
I'm
really
like-
What are
good.
your expectations for your partner?
Oh yeah, the expectations would be to
to
be
Thinking.
open-minded, to be financially stable.
Oh no.
My God, I've never heard a fire alarm here before.
And it's
It
not
has to
even
be a
in
tester.
That's not even a problem. They're not even done and they have a fire alarm testers.
Okay, let me.
Are we
get
meant to
it.
evacuate the building? Go
Well,
forbid.
I'm sure Dan will
the-
come in.
Yeah.
The rule with fire alarms
I
is
was
you
gonna
wait at
have
least
done
5
Okay,
minutes.
go on.
Okay,
Sorry, Shay, go
cool.
on.
Yeah, financially stable, open-minded. Someone Yeah, my mind's kind of blank. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So
Yeah, put me on the spot.
Your
This is the
expectations is a
problem.
guy with money. That's cool.
Yeah.
Emma.
No, sorry.
Say you're done.
We hear you.
She's not done. We're gonna come back to her.
Yeah, we're gonna come back.
Yeah,
We're gonna come back.
Put me on the
Yeah,
spot.
Emma. Yeah,
We're gonna come back to
Emma.
her.
You ain't coming back, Emma.
Echo, Mango, Alpha. Let's go. Let's go.
My expectation is, I need somebody. My expectation of a man is somebody that can love me as much as they love themselves. Somebody that can provide for me if when I can't provide for myself. What else? Shit, man.
Money. So,
Wait, you didn't hear money.
Nah,
I
yeah,
said
no.
provide.
Yeah,
if I say
hey.
provide, not necessarily money,
Yeah.
emotionally,
Glasses look nice.
physically,
Yeah.
mentally. I need you
Where'd you get your
there.
glasses
Like, if
from?
you're not giving me that, then
Keep
you gotta
going.
go. Do you
Yeah.
get it?
Where'd you
Literally.
get your glasses?
And where did I get it from?
Yeah.
Primark.
Calm still. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
go there
last
after
year.
still.
See, Primark, it doesn't cost money.
Doesn't
It's
cost
fair.
money, but you want a guy with money.
It still
That's
looks
cool,
good.
man.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that still. Do you bear?
No, they need to
What's
come
going
back.
on? As
Should
in,
we
it's
be
gonna come
alarmed?
I know, right? I'm actually getting a
Because
bit.
it keeps coming back as if to say, get the fuck out.
Nobody's kicking us out. Let's talk.
Can
That
we
should
just
come.
check?
I think we're coming in a second.
If it goes off one more time, should we go check?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, go on to Pam.
Alright, cool. So I
need
give
the
the girls,
toilet
I
break.
do want a provider. I need someone who's, we have the shared faith. So there's always that bring us together. Even
Yeah.
if things go left.
Stuff like
I
that.
forgot to say
think
that.
One quality I
sorry.
need
Religion
is
is important.
patience.
Yeah,
And
love me with God.
you need to be patient, like a lot of patience is needed, and always willing to be open-minded so you can work on new things, like new skill sets. I feel like when you have those, and loyalty. Like,
She's asking for
Yeah.
when you
it.
have not a lot, those are like.
I'm
basic-
joking.
In my head, yeah. When you have these basic fundamental like blocks,
Keep going,
you can
don't stop.
basically go. You can attack almost any problem in your relationship or any problem in life because you have it in yourself and you have it in your partner. That's what.
So
Okay.
you want fundamentals.
Basically,
No
because then
money.
you can literally go.
Cool.
Fam,
You know what it is? You know what it is? You know why I like your answer? Because your answer is it's the intangibles. Do you get it? Whereas
That one was just money.
whereas
money.
your colleagues.
But when we said,
no
when we
money.
said,
It's the
literally,
It's the tangibles.
when we said provider, you lot are just hearing money.
The tangibles.
Exactly.
We
The
asked her, she
tangibles.
said financially
It's the
stable.
tangibles.
That's one of them.
Them. She wasn't even done. She said you
And
lot
you
put
put her
her
on
on
the
the
spot. That's
spot.
one of
So she's
many
gonna come back to
aspects.
her.
You know, there's something in America called the NFL draft. It's actually one of the biggest sporting events in the world, and
Yeah.
it's actually not a sporting event. It's just an event where you select the best college players in football. And when it comes to picking the number one pick, it's not always about the tangibles,
It's about the
intangibles. Because the intangibles are
not sports
forever.
anyways.
Do you get it? But I already know your answer.
Go ahead.
But let's just
What
ask
is
her for
it?
the sake
But-
of asking.
Can't speak on your behalf.
Okay.
Leader,
Okay.
Shan, the almighty queen, woman of integrity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you expect in a man?
Message done.
Financially stable. I want him to be able to take care of the home,
Wait, so
me, and the children.
Thank you, Sharon.
He needs to have the basics. So, emotionally ready, caring, integrity. I don't want a man that's like flip floppy. Do you know what I mean? Like if you say you're gonna do something, you're gonna be there. I need you to be there. I need you to do that.
Commitment.
Patient, commitment. Thank you.
Okay.
Speaking on behalf of them as well.
This is
Loyalty.
I should have them.
Any man should have them, and if you don't, and also want you. I know trauma can't be dealt with just like that, but if you're making your steps to deal with that trauma, or you've dealt with whatever trauma you faced as a child, so you're not bringing that into our marriage,
So
because
just to clarify, you don't want a guy with mental health problems.
that's not what I'm saying, because anyone can enter a relationship as they are, and mental
see my face.
health can develop as we're in a relationship. But what I'm saying is, some things that you faced as a child, whatever childhood trauma people are facing, they will bring that into the marriage, and that can necessarily be the downfall
So
of
to
the
conclude-
relationship.
So to conclude,
But I wasn't finished.
you wanna marry.
She wants a rich guy without PTSD.
What she wants.
That's what I got from that.
No,
I'll be real.
this is what she wants. Yeah, she just wants Siri on iOS 15. That's what you want. I mean, that's possible.
Literally,
That is achievable.
I think-
that's what I got. I'll be real.
That's what I got as well.
Okay, to throw the question back to you guys.
All right.
You weren't even done.
But let's
no,
not
no.
forget that you wanted. You
What,
weren't
you've been
finished. That's what I'm
ping-pong now, what's
saying.
going on?
There's a lot.
You
Do you know
can
what I feel
finish.
like here? You lot are making it more difficult with how it is here. This
We're
is
not.
what men do anyway.
It was your answer.
This is what men do anyway.
We're not even making it difficult.
This is
You
what men
answered.
do anyways. Do you know what it is? Yeah, women don't ask for a lot, but men make it look like we ask for
No, John.
more
See,
than
there's
what
about
it is.
10,
Wait,
20
sorry,
things.
sorry.
Yeah, and that's not a lot.
Wait, can
We're
I-
not
Okay,
telling
so
you to go and
wait,
break your back.
Wait,
We're
wait,
telling
wait,
you to
wait,
do
can-
physical
wait,
things
wait,
that
time out,
you're
time out
supposed
for
to have.
1 second, please. For 1 second.
Okay,
You
what's
just
up?
said women don't ask for a lot.
We don't.
Wait. If we rewind approximately 23
That's not a
minutes,
lot.
23 minutes and 15 seconds,
Nah.
according to my mathematical calculations, yeah, you were shelling a girl who asks for a lot. That's how you're saying women
I don't think. No,
ask
listen
for a lot.
to me. Hear this.
What's
Hear this.
going on?
Hear me out. Yeah, I feel like women don't ask for a lot. What we just said is things that you should come with already. But for some reason, men make it more difficult. Like, just be loyal. How is that difficult?
We are loyal if you play your position.
But no,
I think that's still
So
nonsense.
let's talk about the position thing again.
Yeah, because I want to get into that a little bit.
Go on.
So you don't know what football
Why did
is,
that so
right?
sad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's say you're a football, you're a striker. You're expected to score goals. That's your job. You need to score goals, yeah? You might put a target for about 15 goals a season. If you don't reach that for your first season, they might let you off. Cool. But the manager might still talk to you. Listen, next
Wow.
year, next
I
year,
don't like this analogy.
I need you to reach 15 goals.
Mm.
Cool. Next year, you don't reach 15 goals. I mean, it's mad now. It's getting peak because you haven't reached your target for 2 years. You're not playing your position. Third, he might even give you a third season. Some managers don't. If he gives you a third season and you still don't reach your 15 goals,
Okay.
it's just straight bin.
Can I ask a question? So, not saying you guys are cheaters, but what?
Whoa, how did you get
You know
that?
when people
Faithful
start
still.
like that.
What?
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't. Then we should say it. So.
Monogamy is all in our hearts still.
Okay, so what can make you lose interest or cheat? Okay, let's say lose interest in a girl.
That's
If she's
very
not,
easy.
if she's not
Rico,
playing
I'll
her
take this one.
position, what is?
I'll take this one.
No, can I hear it from both?
Yeah, you can hear it from both still, but you'll hear it from the chief. You understand? First,
Okay.
The problem
So-
solved is still.
come on, G. First and foremost, yeah. Remember I said society and communication. We've all heard love languages, no? We've all heard. You probably read. I haven't read the book, but do you get it?
No,
Now, what would make me want to cut, bin you, and move on to the next? By not communicating my love language. Very, very simple.
Fair enough,
Me,
yeah.
I don't need gifts. I love quality time. You know, I love playing games, fun games. I told you I'm competitive. You should even know that before I even told you I like the quality time. Do you understand? Now, you can send me as many gifts as you want via Amazon, via Farfetch, via Deliveroo. It's all good. I love my food too. But if I'm not getting that quality time and words of affirmation, I told you I like the good morning. I told you I like the good morning. So again, you probably even clocked, if you're intelligent, that I like the words of affirmation without me telling you. If I don't get that, I'm going to bin you and go for someone who's giving me that. Period. You don't have to be. I told you I like the good
So
morning
just
text.
those two things. If
There's other
she's
things,
not
but
doing those two
again,
things,
it's the basics.
okay.
It's the basics. You can let me chop, but anybody listen now. Do you know how easy it is to chop now? Everyone has been in jail for how long? Huh? I'm just saying. It's easy now.
Hey, no kizzies, no.
Bro, the discount code is 100%, bro. Like, you can just go on Clubhouse for 5 minutes. You get it. But just listen to my communication, my love language. If you don't, I'm a bounce.
Okay.
Basically, that still.
Same as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had something in my head, but it's gone. But yeah, basically that.
So before you lose interest, you'll make it aware
I mean,
that...
you can cheat by accident, though.
What?
See, this is
Sorry,
where...
yeah, that's what I was
can.
gonna say. Sorry,
You can do anything by
No,
accident.
that was just a waffle.
No,
I'm,
no,
not-
no.
I'm
I'm not
definitely
even-
not taking that one serious.
At the end of the day, we're all human beings. We do things.
So
by
how can
We
you
make
cheat
mistakes
by...
100%,
No, 1
but-
second, but
Yeah.
not cheat by accident.
Yeah.
course you can
How do
cheat.
you accidentally
You can
fall
cheat and not
into
mean
someone's
it.
bed?
What? Please give me an
But that's
example
not
of cheating by
necessarily
accident.
cheating by falling into someone's
I
bed.
want to
That's not
hear
even
cheating,
cheating
an
at all.
example
what do you
of
mean
cheating
cheat
by
by
accident.
accident?
Yeah,
Like, you can kiss a girl on a night out and not.
but
mean
that's
it.
by accident.
Of course. She could
That's a lie.
kiss you.
It was an intentional action.
No,
Therefore,
but
it
she
was
can
intentional.
kiss you. Girls can kiss
And you
guys.
reacted to the kiss.
Yeah,
So you could have just
it's-
went like this.
And it's about 0.5 seconds.
No,
What
but you
does
could have
that
just
really
turned your head.
mean? No, but sometimes when you're intoxicated, you're really intoxicated.
So you're
in the
cheating on
air.
Are you
purpose.
intoxicated right now?
No.
Okay.
So in
You
0.5
should do it,
seconds...
yeah. I see.
Okay.
So in
I'm not.
0.5 seconds, would you let your girl know that this happened in 0.5 seconds?
I wouldn't let her know in 0.5 seconds.
So that means
that's
you
trust
knew.
issue. Oh no.
No, that's
Look.
I would let her know when I get when I
Like, I'm gonna be real with you.
Bring it home.
I cheated once in the past. I told my girl straight away. It's not a problem.
You'll tell her straight away. Like,
was
if
it
it's
the
just
end of the
on a night out,
relationship?
You'll tell her.
It didn't end the
the
relationship.
girl
I'm a
kissed
great
me.
guy. Why do you want to leave me?
No, you just said if you kiss somebody on a night out, you tell her straight away. The girl kissed me.
The girl kissed me. Yeah, if a girl kisses me.
So you're
I'm
telling
gonna
me-
tell her.
I wouldn't even want to hear it.
No, that's a
No, but you
that's
know what the problem
bullshit.
is?
A girl
No,
can't come
but no.
because you can ignore the kid.
What is
Tell a girl
bullshit
the
is why
truth.
wasn't you out with your man playing your position? That's what's bullshit.
What if-
Where were you?
No, but
Was
no.
you at home watching Blue Therapy?
I
trying
know
to
her.
get therapy on your own. But you could have been therapy with your man on a night out.
I know.
What if you're out with the man
them,
them?
exactly.
I know. You know the problem is you tell girls the truth and they don't believe you.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's true.
Stop.
don't do
No.
No, I would agree.
Allow this
Sometimes,
right
yeah,
now.
the truth.
Me, I believe it. I'm not one of them girls. I
Yeah,
Tell
believe
girls
it.
girls
sounds
the
like a
truth.
lie.
That's why do you think man them lie? Because you told them the truth and they're gonna get mad. How? What do you want us to do? Tell you the truth and we get binned. We lie to you, we're gonna get binned anyway. So we might as well lie to you and flip it and stay
That's
with you
not.
forever.
Nah, this is blowing my mind.
This is real life. This is
That's
what we live. We
That's
live real
screaming
life.
toxicity. What the heck?
to kill you.
They're saying stop.
Mango
I
you.
don't
Let me tell you
understand
what it is,
how you
Emma.
could cheat by accident.
I mean, this is what it is. We live real life. Do you know what I mean? We don't live in a Disney world. This ain't flipping.
No, but you
Netflix.
can't cheat by accident. Even in Disney World, how can you cheat
You
by
know what?
accident?
To be fair, yeah, like I'm gonna be serious and semi-serious and serious, but I don't know what everyone's faith is, but in the faith of Christianity, right? Joseph is a very good example, and Potiphar's wife was always moving to Joseph, right? And like Joseph's example was amazing because Joseph didn't try to fight the temptation. Joseph just fled. Do you get it? Joseph didn't put himself in a position of any compromise because we're made of flesh, right? And flesh is flesh. Do you get it? Flesh is always gonna want what the flesh wants. That's why Joseph fled. And to sum it up, just don't put yourself in compromising situations where you can
So
compromise.
there's no need for 0.5 seconds.
You get it?
No,
Yeah,
but,
man.
if it happens, isn't it?
But the funny thing is, even your mindset around it before it's like I don't know if you've been in that situation. Have you been in that situation before?
I haven't.
So your mindset around it, even prior to the situation happening, is like, okay, if it happens, it happens. Like it's fine. Like, she should be able to accept it. You might allow that sort of energy to enter like your vicinity.
Nah, it's not
Versus
even.
me, I know it could never happen. I could never shake my mind in that way. Therefore, I could never put myself in that position.
And
Would you go to Afro Nation if you had a boyfriend?
I had a.
Oh.
Would you go to Afro Nation if you
Wait,
had a
I
boyfriend?
did go Afro Nation. I was
Yes,
cool with
because
it.
we went
Wait,
Afro
wait, no,
Nation.
wait,
Would
wait,
I
wait,
Yes.
time out,
Because I know
time
myself
out.
so much, like I could
I will go
never
Afro
be
Nation if-
We're probably
I
short
went
for
Af-
time.
I would go Afro
We are
Nation if I
probably
had a
short for
man.
time.
Yeah, I would.
We're
I
not-
would.
I'll
The
go
Right,
Go
fuck?
ahead. Go ahead.
You two come with me. What the hell?
Okay, all right, cool. Would you go to Afro Nation if you had a boyfriend?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
would?
Yeah.
With guys like us at
Yes.
Afro Nation?
Yes.
Are you mad?
100%.
Have you lost your mind?
You two come with me.
and respect your relationship.
100%.
Have you met guys who run 15Ks for bants?
But no,
Who deadlift 200 kilos for
I actually
banter?
bench 100k. Like,
You eat healthy.
Anyway, my legs are closed, so what's your own?
no,
The man decrease.
no, but you know,
Certain girls, the most rounds they've had is 2.5. Have you met athletes? You meet attractive athletes at Afro Nation.
it doesn't matter.
Okay,
I didn't,
no,
me,
no.
I didn't do
Composure
anything at
was
Afro
still
Nation.
yeah,
soon.
There's no
had
composure.
There is.
We
Because
went.
composure
We're
where
prime
we
example.
went there.
Women with ugly guys, man. The ratio is like 75% women,
True.
25%
It's
man.
true.
You know the next Afro Nation, you're finished.
Nah, man. I feel like me. I went. I composed myself. I was a good girl, and I came back. And I was
When was the last time a guy took you on a date?
great question.
Pardon me?
That's a good question.
What was the
Yeah.
question?
It's a great question.
You see it? You know
But Shay
why?
has a
You know why it
question.
hasn't been recent? Because they're ugly guys, bruv. You
No,
get
Shay
to
has a
Afro
question.
Nation
No, I don't have a
and you meet the
question.
elite of the elite.
It has
What
to
goes?
That's what you meant.
Can you continue serving Emma? And I see you dip it. I see you. I see you.
I
and
didn't
you know what?
hear the question.
This it's gonna be even peaker for you, because you're the only one who's answering the questions correctly. Your friends are just answering it all wrong.
All wrong.
All
You
wrong.
can't tell us what we're answering is
Anyway,
wrong.
Sha.
Only because, wait,
fine.
1 second, you can't tell us what we're answering is wrong. It's our
I
opinion.
want to keep giving it
Look.
to me, please. I want to continue.
You can't tell us what we're saying is wrong.
Of
It's
course I
our
can't.
opinion, it's our
It's our opinion,
experience.
innit?
Do you understand? Imagine if we start telling you that what you're saying is
What
wrong.
kind of feed you like to eat?
Anyway.
Yeah, literally. Anyways, go on.